Today we will discuss about the inverse of a matrix, and it is well known to you how to find the inverse of a matrix. Now we revise that we have studied before. In order to find out the inverse of a matrix, you must know what is the adjoint of a matrix, and you know this very well. The adjoint of a matrix A is the transpose of the matrix formed by cofactors of matrix A. That means if A is equal to, in matrix form, A1, A11, A12 and so on, A1n in first row. Similarly in second row, A21, A22 and so on, A2n, and last row an1, an2, ann. This is the matrix A. Then you can find out the adjoint of matrix A, and this is the transpose of the matrix written in capital letter A11, A12, A1n in capital letter in first row, and second row in capital letter A21, A22, A2n, and last an1, an2, ann, all in capital letters. Now we find the transpose of this matrix. We have A11, A21, an1 in first row, in second row A12, A22, an2, and in third row A1n, A2n, ann. In this way you can find adjoint of a matrix. This is nothing new, but this is old and you know well. Regarding the adjoint of a matrix, there is one important theorem which is required for you to know. Note that if A is any n row square matrix, then in bracket adjoint of A dot A, that means multiplied by A, is equal to A dot in bracket adjoint of A, and this is your equal to determinant A multiplied by in. That means A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant A in, or adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant A in. This is very important, and it is used while proving theorems. Now we will discuss one very important theorem, and this is always asked in your paper. Theorem is, if A, B are two n-rowed non-singular matrix, then AB is also non-singular, and inverse of AB is equal to B inverse into A inverse. Its proof is also very simple, and you can do very well. If A and B be two n-rowed non-singular matrices, then we have determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. You know this theorem. Since determinant A is not equal to 0 and determinant B is also not equal to 0, that means both are non-singular. Therefore determinant AB is also not equal to 0, and hence AB is also non-singular. That means if A is non-singular, B is non-singular, then AB is also non-singular. Now we define a matrix C by the relation C is equal to B inverse into A inverse. Then we have C in bracket AB is equal to B inverse A inverse in bracket and in another bracket AB. This may be written as B inverse in bracket A inverse A into B, and this is equal to B inverse in bracket I into B is equal to B inverse B, and this is nothing but IN. Similarly, in bracket AB multiplied by C is equal to AB in bracket B inverse A inverse, and this may be written as A in bracket B inverse in bracket into A inverse, and this is your equal to A in bracket IN into A inverse, and that is equal to your A inverse, and this is your nothing but IN. Thus we see that C into in bracket AB is equal to in bracket AB multiplied by C is equal to IN. Hence C is the inverse of AB, and hence prove the theorem. This theorem is sometimes is asked in your exams, so do this. Now one very simple theorem we will discuss, that is, if A be an n cross n non-singular matrix, then in bracket A inverse power theta, and this is equal to A theta power inverse. Proof: we see that since determinant of A theta is equal to determinant of A bar is not equal to 0, therefore the matrix A theta is also non-singular. And now we have the identity A inverse equal to A inverse A, and this is your equal to IN. Now we take conjugate transpose of both sides, we get A inverse theta equal to A inverse A theta, and this is your equal to IN theta, and this may be written as A inverse theta into A theta, and this is your equal to A theta into A inverse theta, and this is your equal to IN. Since IN theta IN की power theta, that means is equal to IN. This equality shows that A inverse theta is the inverse of the matrix A theta. You see, this is, hence A inverse theta is equal to A theta inverse, and hence proved the theorem. Now we will discuss about A inverse. You know the formula A inverse is equal to adjoint of A upon determinant A. Now we will use this formula in order to find the inverse of any matrix. Here we have some examples. Example, find inverse of the matrix A, and this is given or equal to, in first row 1 3 3, in second row 1 4 3, in third row 1 3 4. Solution is very simple. We have determinant A as 1 3 3 1 4 3 1 3 4. Now we perform R2 as R2 minus R1, R3 as R3 minus R1. Then we find determinant in first row 1 3 3, and we have to subtract R1 from R2, and this is your equal to second row 0 1 0. Now subtract R1 from R3. You see this third row is 0 0 and 1, and expanding this determinant along first column, we see that this is your equal to 1 and which is not equal to 0. This means that given matrix A is non-singular and hence its inverse exists. Now the cofactors of the elements of the first row of the determinant A are determinant 4 3 3 4, this is your equal to 7, minus determinant 1 3 1 4, this is equal to minus 1, and determinant 1 4 1 3, this is your equal to minus 1. The cofactor of the elements of the second row of determinant A are minus determinant 3 3 and 3 4, this is your equal to minus 3, and determinant 1 3 1 4, this is your equal to 1, and determinant 1 3 1 3, this is your equal to 0. Similarly, the cofactors of the elements of the third row of determinant A are, you see that this is very simple. You can do 3 3 4 3, and its value will come out to be minus 3, minus determinant 1 3 1 3, and its value you see that it is equal to 0, and determinant 1 3 1 4, solve this, you will see that its value is equal to 1. So we have the cofactors of the elements of first row, second row and third row. Therefore the adjoint of A is equal to the transpose of the matrix of the cofactors, and this is your equal to 7 minus 1 minus 1 minus 3 1 0, and in third row minus 3 0 1. Therefore adjoint of A, now we find the transpose of the given matrix. We see that adjoint of A is equal to In first row 7 minus 3 minus 3 minus 1 1 0. In third row minus 1 0 1. Therefore now you can find A inverse, and this A inverse is equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A, and determinant of A is equal to 1. So A inverse is equal to matrix 7 minus 3 minus 3 in first row, in second row minus 1 1 0, in third row minus 1 0 1. That is equal to adjoint of A, and this is your answer. So this is very simple, and now we will solve another example. You can do it. Do this problem with me. Find the inverse of the matrix A is equal to, in bracket, 0 1 2, in second row 1 2 3, and in third row 3 1 1. Now we have to find the determinants value. Here we have determinant A is equal to determinant 0 1 2 1 2 3 2 3 1 1. Okay, it is written some 2, it must be equal to 3. So make a correction. Now we perform C3 as C3 minus 2C2. We see that this is equal to determinant 0 1 0 and 1 2 minus 1 and 2 1 minus 1. We have subtract 2C1 from C3. Now we expand this along the second column. We see that this is equal to minus determinant 1 minus 1 and 3 minus 1, and solve this and you find that its value is equal to minus 2, and which is not equal to 0. Since determinant is not equal to 0, therefore it is non-singular matrix and its inverse A inverse exists. Now we find the cofactors of the elements of the first row of the determinant A, which are determinant, you see that determinant 2 3 1 1, this is your equal to minus 1, and minus determinant 1 3 3 1, this is 8, and determinant 1 2 3 1, and this is your equal to minus 5. Very easy. Now the cofactors of the elements of the second row of the determinant A are, see that, minus determinant 1 2 1 1, this is your equal to 1. Similarly determinant 0 2 3 1 is equal to minus 6. Similarly minus determinant 0 1 3 1, and this is your equal to 3. it is written as multiplied by 3, but it is equal to 3. Similarly, cofactor of the elements of the third row of determinant A are in determinant A1 2 2 3 is equal to -1 minus determinant 0 2 1 3, this is equal to 2, and similarly determinant 0 1 1 2 is equal to -1. Therefore the adjoint of the matrix A is equal to the transpose of the matrix B. Matrix B, that means cofactor matrix, and this is equal to adjoint of A is equal to -1 1 -1 in first row, and in second row 8 -6 2, and in third row -5 3 -1. So you have A inverse as adjoint of A upon determinant of A, and this is your equal to -1 by 2 matrices -1 1 -1 8 -6 2 -5 3 -1, and this is your equal to in first row 1 by 2 -1 by 2 1 by 2 -4 3 -1 5 by 2 -3 by 2 and 1 by 2. This is also simple, and do 2 or 3 times, you will find it very easy. Now we will discuss one more topics regarding the inverse. What is the use of the inverse? Here is one important use of the inverse: to find the solution of a system of linear equation. If you have a system of n linear equation in n unknowns, then we have Ax is equal to B, then x is equal to A inverse B is the solution of the given system of equation. We will solve this by taking some examples. Here we have one example. Write down in matrix form the system of equations: 2x minus y plus 3z is equal to 9, and second equation is that x plus y plus z is equal to 6. Third equation is x minus y plus z is equal to 2, and find A inverse. If A is equal to, in first row 2 minus 1 3, in second row 1 1 1, in third row also 1 1 1, and hence solve the given equation. Solution: the given system of equation may be written in matrix form as Ax equal to B, where A is equal to matrix in first row 2 minus 1 3, in second row 1 1 1, in third row 1 minus 1 1. If there is any mistake in writing the elements, correct yourself watching the given example. And x is equal to x y z. B is equal to 962. So first of all we find the determinant of A. So we solve this. Determinant of A is equal to nothing but this is equal to -2. Solve this, you will find its value to be -2, and this is also not equal to 0. Therefore A is non-singular matrix and its inverse A inverse exists. Okay. Now we find the cofactors of the elements of the first row, second row and third row. So first of all we find the cofactors of the elements of the first row as determinant 1 1 -1 1, and this is equal to 2. Similarly minus determinant 1 1 1 1, and this is equal to 0. Similarly determinant 1 1 1 -1, and this is equal to 2. Now the cofactors of the elements of the second row are determinant -1 3 -1 1. Solve this, you will find its value to be equal to -2. Determinant 2 3 1 1, and its value will come out to be -1. Similarly minus determinant 2 -1 1 -1, and this is equal to 1. Now we find the cofactors of the elements of the third row as determinant -1 3 1 1, this is equal to -4. Minus determinant 2 3 1 1, and this is equal to 1. And determinant 2 -1 1 1, and this is equal to 3. Now we find the adjoint of A, and adjoint of A is equal to the transpose of the matrix of cofactors. That is the transpose of the matrix in first row 2 0 2, in second row -2 -1 1, in third row -4 1 3. And now you have to find the transpose of the above matrix, and this is equal to 2 -2 -4 in first row, in second row 0 -1 1, and in third row 2 1 3. Therefore A inverse is equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A, and this is equal to -1/2 matrix in first row 2 -2 -4, in second row 0 -1 1, in third row 2 1 3, and this is equal to matrix -1 1 2, in second row 0 1 2/2 -1/2, in third row 1 -1/2 -3/2. So this is your inverse of the matrix A. Now we have written in matrix form the given equation Ax is equal to B. Now we pre-multiplying it by A inverse both sides. So we see that A inverse in bracket Ax is equal to A inverse B, and this may be written as A inverse A multiplied by X, and A equal to A inverse A X equal to A inverse B, and this is your equal to A inverse A is equal to I, hence it is equal to I, and I into X is equal to X equal to A inverse B. So in order to find out the solution of the given system of equation, you have x is equal to inverse of A multiplied by matrix of B. So this is your equal to x is equal to -1 matrix -1 1 2 in first row, in second row 0 1 by 2 -1 by 2, in third row 1 -1 by 2 -3 by 2, multiplied by the matrix B as 9 in column 9 6 2. We see that this is 3 cross 3 matrix and this is 3 cross 1. So you will have finally 3 cross 1 order matrix, and this is your equal to, when you solve this you will get 1 in column 1 2 3, hence x, that is xyz is equal to 1 2 3 in column. This means x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, z is equal to 3, and this is your solution. That's all of today class. Thank you.